What's going on, guys? It's Trevor coming at you from Seattle, Washington. I'm on a little work trip here, and so I'm not coming at you from the Tesla today, but I wanted to come talk to you guys yet again about Mstr stock because we see crazy things happening. Okay, so before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know, if you do like AI, crypto, or robotic stocks, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because that's what we focus on when I try to make videos daily about these different topics and what you can possibly make money in, in the long term for long-term investing. So that's why I like to discuss on here. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment below what kind of stocks you like to buy. And with all of that over with, let's talk about Mstr. So not only did Mstr just buy some more Bitcoin yesterday, they bought like another 168 Bitcoin, so they're still around like the 640,000 level, but that's like an insane number of Bitcoin, right? But the other thing is, like, Citibank just announced a new price target for Mstr based upon they think that Bitcoin is going to the absolute moon, like ASAP, right? So they've got a price target now. Citibank does. This gigantic bank has a price target on Mstr of $485. And we are sitting at $300 right now, right? And $485 by Citibank is hardly the highest price target you see for Mstr. You look around at price targets for Mstr, and you see a whole bunch of them around $500 or $600 per share, right? So we haven't seen this 300 levels, sub 300 levels in like a year, right? But now all of a sudden, here we are. We've got these really low prices on crypto treasury stocks like, MicroStrategy and Metaplan and even Bitmine, So it's like there's a lot of opportunity right now. If you listen to smart investors, they always say buy when people are scared, right? And sell when people are greedy. I would argue right now it's not a time where people are greedy with Mstr. The MNAV is very low, right? So you're barely paying any premium for the Bitcoin that they own, even though they are the preeminent Bitcoin treasury company in the world. There's no company that has more Bitcoin than them. They have more Bitcoin than most governments do, right? So like, you're talking about the Bitcoin company, and it's selling at a very decently priced, in my personal humble opinion, right? So with all that, it's like, why is the stock trading so low, right? Well, we've seen it come back a little bit, right? So it was under 300. It got down to like 280, 275 within the past week or so, right? So there was a lot of opportunity for someone to either take a scalp or take a long-term, purchase and get in on these cheap shares, right? Because it was just a month and a half ago that MicroStrategy was $450 a share, right? So yeah, it's an interesting world we live in. Metaplanet, basically the second, the company that's going for the second largest Bitcoin treasury, is also still very low, and still endorsed by Michael Saylor. So there could be opportunity in that stock as well. Higher risk, higher reward, I think, than MicroStrategy, but I think both of them, if you're into Bitcoin, it's hard to be not bullish on those two. Something else to think about is the Fed is basically saying that there's $7.5 trillion on the sidelines right now, right? So like, there's basically never been more money on the sidelines, not invested, just sitting in cash, than right now. So 7.5 trillion, right? So that's not even assuming you have to take any money from stocks, any money from bonds, any money from real estate, any money from any other asset. You've got 7.5 trillion that can go into something that's looking for a home, essentially, because all this cash is being debased. We all know that, right? So the debasement's taking over. The debasement's killing the US dollar. Look at gold right now. It just had a huge top around like $4,200 per ounce. So it's just like, when you think about all these things, it's like Bitcoin is, if you subscribe to the mindset that Bitcoin is the true money, like I do, and like a lot of people do, and it seems like more and more people every day do think that way, it's like, not being a part of a company that is essentially leveraged Bitcoin, my personal humble opinion is that it deserves a small position in your portfolio. I'm not saying you should put 100% of your money into Mstr. I think that would be quote unquote irresponsible, right? But I think a decent allocation, if you're not invested in Bitcoin, or even if you are, could be a good opportunity for your portfolio. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You lose 5%. If Mstr goes completely bankrupt, which if you look at the actual statistical odds of that happening, it's like insanely. It's like less than 1 or 2% because they're so over collateralized with respect to their debt to asset ratio. So yeah, I mean, if you're bullish Bitcoin, guys, it's almost impossible not to be bullish MSTR. So I got to make this video a little shorter than my usual ones because I got to get back to work. But yeah, guys, I just want to talk to you and say, hey, it looks like Bitcoin's going up. It's going up, quickly. It was just at 108, and then all of a sudden, just today, it's back up to like 113, 114,000 for Bitcoin, right? And then you're seeing all these Bitcoin treasury companies, right, skyrocket as well, and they're going to move more than Bitcoin is. We all know that. That's historically proven. And I guess the future could be different, but I mean, it's usually not, right? It's usually history tends to repeat itself. And with something like this, I think it's a very high probability that it just repeats itself, where volatility is vitality, and people get FOMO about these crypto stocks, these crypto treasury companies, because they keep accumulating at these lower prices. And then, give a little bit of time, give it a year, 2 years, 3 years, and Bitcoin's at 500K, $1 million per coin. And these Bitcoin treasury companies were buying up all the Bitcoin, all the supply with other people's money via just basically credit or fixed income instruments, where it's like, what are you doing not, allocating a certain percentage of your portfolio to such a big idea, right? So anyway, guys, if you made it this far, definitely subscribe to the channel. We love MSTR here. We love Metaplanet. We love Bitcoin. We love Tesla. We love any sort of AI, crypto, robotics plays, the asymmetric bets that we think that we can take advantage of for the future. So yeah, if you're 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe even if you're in your 50s, don't forget to subscribe. Comment on the channel. Let me know what kind of stocks and crypto you like the video. And guys, have a great rest of your day.